Hi, it's John. Welcome back. You're watching the Kaiser Report. We're out here at the South Holston Dam today for a recording. We give you an opportunity to see some of the great places there is in this area to go trout fish. It's one of the most popular trout fishing places in the state. This is the tailwater section. We're right by the South Holston Dam, which they use to generate power for the TVA. And as you can see, they are generating today. We've had some fishermen out today. We've got to watch them for a while. Here in the river. Fly fishing is very popular in this area, as well as nature hikes. There's a trail that goes all the way through. If you look over here to my left, that bridge will take you across to a trail that goes and circumvents the dam. This is the largest earthen dam that the WPA built to hold back the water for power generation. There's a series of several lakes that the TVA lakes are here to do just that. But it has provided some great trout fishing all over the area. People come from far and wide to fish this river and these areas right here. That said, we'll get into some news today. We know that they're fooling around with the idea of getting into a war with Iran over the fact that we've lost more servicemen over the weekend, and the reluctance on the Biden administration to take Iran-backed rebels to task has now escalated to a point where we have more loss of life. Hopefully this situation will calm down, because it's not good for any of us. Which brings us to the weekend reports that I was watching this weekend. Also talked about the World Economic Forum, or WEF as it's referred to, and that, unless you don't know, is run by Charles Schwab, that debonair billionaire that brings all his friends into Davos, all his millionaire friends into Davos, and it's a closed secret society for most, but they had a lot of speakers this time trying to make you believe that they're talking about things of the nature of women trafficking and things of that nature. They had the ex-prime minister from the UK was talking about that, Miss May, and things of that nature for a distraction from what they really came out and said was that they want to reduce the carbon burden on this planet by getting rid of people. Don't take my word for it, it's well documented. There are people that got into Davos and made strides into trying to fix things so they could take away farmland and get rid of all the cows and don't eat meat, and several things of that nature that just is not a good deal. This is a dangerous bunch that were over there in Davos, with a lot of sneaky things going on with regard to controlling the population and decreasing the population of the world so they can have a better access to whatever it is that they think that they're up to. Not a good situation if you really think about it, because they want to take your life, liberty, and happiness from you and to convince the ones that are left that they'll be happy with nothing while they all benefit from controlling you and having you work for their I don't know what you would call it, but their agenda that's that they're up to. Anyway, we'll take a walk down here and look at the fishermen down here. But anyway, other than that, not much going on with the World Economic Forum, other than that these are a bunch of elites that think that they're going to take over the world. You know, much like that in Austin Powers and Dr. Evil. Well, if you want to see the real Dr. Evil, just look up Charles Schwab and his bosom buddy out there that used to be in charge of Microsoft, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. There's a lot going on behind the curtain here that we don't get to see. But we had somebody on YouTube sneak into Davos this year and got into a couple of the talks that were being given, and the truth is out. So they're up to something, which brings us back to the fact that we have an administration here that's up to something as well. And whether or not it's connected, I don't know. However, we need to be very, very careful on how many more. Well, it's already too late. I mean, there's 11 million people that have crashed through this border, and now the administration is in a fight with Texas because they decided to stop it. They didn't want their state any more overrun than it is already. Denver is experiencing the same problems. They're getting away with legitimate crime here, and they don't care. So it doesn't get any better, I guess. It's just going to keep getting worse. And if this is all there is, then we're in the good times, and we better enjoy it while they last, because they're out to take it away from us, whether by election, by hook or crook. If you listen to what they've had to say over the weekend out of the administration, which I call the carnival administration, because it's full of carnival characters that have no idea what the hell they're doing or where they're going, including the guy in the Oval Office, who is being run literally by someone else or an organization that we don't see. So be on the lookout, watch your money, watch the fraud. And they say if you have TikTok, to get rid of it. If your kids are on TikTok, get them off of it, because China is gathering all the information in their phones, in their iPads, or their computers, whatever they're on with TikTok. I understand it's a great program for editing. I myself don't use it. I will not use it. I refuse to download it. I struggle through editing on these things, but and that would make it easier, but I don't want them having my information. And I don't know that China's the big worry right now, because they have their own economic problems going on there that became evident over the weekend, reports anyway. So I'll take you down here a little bit further and show you some areas around here. But please, in the comments below, tell me what you think about all this that's going on, because I don't hear enough from you, and I would really love to hear what your opinions are on these things, because it's important, so I can understand what you all are thinking. They're talking about having a truck convoy go down to shut the border off. That ought to be a real fun thing to watch. Anyway, it gets scarier by the day at the southern border. We've already let in the cells and the bad people, along with some good people, but we have to get this in and under control and do it soon. So, catch anything, guys? Some local fishermen here. Didn't do well today catching, but they are generating power, which means this water's moving fairly rapidly. This is upstream from the weir. Beautiful hiking trails across the way. I see they put in a new bridge. In the summertime, I come here often for picnicking because they have grills all set up here, and it is a really great place to sit down here on a sunny, beautiful morning. Throw a line in the water and fish. The dog can run around and have a good time. Kaiser's in the truck right now because he's got tired of running around here earlier, so he's taking a little rest. But this is a nice spot. We'll bring you here more often. It was a nice day to get out. It's a little cool today, and it's going to drop into the low 30s again tonight. But I thought I'd get out, take a walk, get Kaiser a run, and talk to my people on my channel. And I hope that you will all subscribe and stay with me on this channel, because there's a lot more to bring you. But for that, we'll say it's time to wrap it up and get out of here today, and we'll talk to you real soon. See you tomorrow.